The golden plains of Serengeti stretched endlessly under the morning sun. Dry winds danced through tall grasses as two adult cheetahs moved side by side, one male, one female. Their spotted coats shimmered in the light, their bodies lean and powerful, moving with practiced ease. They were not part of any coalition or group. They were a pair by choice, partners in both survival and solitude. The male cheetah was muscular and alert, scanning the distant herds of impalas and gazelles. The female matched his agility, her sharp eyes constantly on the move, ears flicking toward the faintest sound. In a land filled with predators and prey, they trusted no one but each other. Life on the plains was unforgiving. But each moment of freedom beneath the open sky made it worth the struggle. Together, they hunted with seamless coordination. While the male pushed their prey into confusion, the female anticipated escape routes, often intercepting their target before it even realized it was trapped. On this particular day, the wind carried a scent, young, unaware, and vulnerable. An impala fawn had strayed from its herd near a large, glistening watering hole at the center of the savannah. The cheetahs noticed immediately. Without a sound, the male crouched and began his silent approach, circling wide to flank the fawn from the right. The female positioned herself near a cluster of bushes by the water. The perfect place to cut off a fleeing target. The young impala sensed danger too late. Its ears perked up, and in a flash, it bolted, straight toward the lake. The female cheetah lunged from her cover, sprinting with astonishing speed. But the impala had already reached the water's edge, and leapt in. The sudden splash startled the birds nearby. The cheetah hesitated for a second. Cheetahs weren't built for swimming. But hunger, instinct, and the momentum of the hunt pushed her forward. She entered the water, chasing after the fawn. The water was colder and deeper than it seemed. Her legs moved slower, her breath quickened, her paws lost grip. The impala paddled away with desperate energy, but the cheetah began to struggle. The water rose around her, reaching her muzzle. She tried to turn, to swim back, but the current and exhaustion were against her. From the shore, the male cheetah paced frantically. He growled, a deep, guttural sound that echoed across the lake. His eyes were locked on his partner. Watching as she thrashed, then slowed, then began to sink, the female's eyes blurred. Water filled her nose and mouth. Her muscles screamed for rest, her lungs burned. But some flicker of willpower, some final instinct, pushed her forward one last time. Her paws touched shallow sand. She dragged herself to the bank, collapsed in the mud, gasping for breath. Her body was limp. Her chest barely rose. She had survived, but only barely. The male rushed to her side immediately. He nudged her, licked the soaked fur on her neck, and growled in distress. Her eyes were closed. Her body unmoving. The breeze blew gently across the grasses, but tension clung to the air like a storm waiting to break. From the distance came the low rumble of an engine. A safari vehicle rolled toward the lake. Tourists inside had seen the chase through their binoculars, but now their laughter had faded into silence. What they saw was rare, a male cheetah not guarding a kill, but guarding something far more precious. Inside the vehicle sat 3 passengers who were not ordinary tourists. Aaron, a seasoned conservationist, David, a field biologist, and Naomi, a young woman with veterinary training in wildlife rescue. The moment they heard the cheetah's growl, Aaron signaled the driver to stop. Without hesitation, the 3 of them stepped out of the vehicle. The cheetah on the shore turned his head sharply. His muscles tensed. His growl deepened. The message was clear, stay away, but Aaron recognized the signs. The female wasn't moving. Her mouth was open slightly, water dripping out. Her fur was soaked, her chest barely lifting, she's drowning." "Or nearly did," Aaron said, already reaching into the gear bag slung over his shoulder. David followed, clutching a portable medical kit. Naomi moved beside them with quiet determination, holding towels and a suction syringe. The male cheetah snarled once more but didn't advance. His tail flicked, his body tense, but his eyes, worried, alert, watched every move. Naomi knelt beside the female, who was barely breathing. Aaron gently raised the cheetah's head. Naomi placed the towel under her mouth and began compressing the ribcage. Rhythmically, using wildlife rescue techniques she had trained for. Water trickled out slowly. The female's eyes twitched. David kept a firm but gentle hand on her flank, keeping her body steady. "She's still got a pulse," he whispered. 5 long minutes passed. No one spoke. The tourists inside the vehicle barely breathed. Then, suddenly, a sharp inhale. The cheetah's chest expanded more fully. Her legs jerked slightly. "She's breathing," Naomi exclaimed, her voice shaky. Aaron nodded, smiling with relief. David prepared a small recovery injection, a mild stimulant to help stabilize her. The male cheetah growled again when he saw the needle, stepping forward with a low rumble. "Easy," Aaron said softly, raising his palm. David knelt carefully, injecting the medicine into the cheetah's hind leg with practiced speed. The male watched, but didn't interfere. Somehow, he seemed to understand. Naomi gently dried the soaked fur around the female's face. Her eyes fluttered open. Weak. Confused. Alive, the male stepped close, pressing his forehead gently to hers. Both let out soft, clicking sounds, almost like purrs or murmured words. It was a moment no one dared interrupt. Aaron touched Naomi's shoulder. "Back up," he whispered. "Let them have space." Naomi nodded and stepped away, eyes misty with emotion. The female cheetah made a low, breathy growl. It wasn't anger. It was life returning to her lungs. David leaned back, smiling. "We did it." The breeze picked up again. The tall grass whispered around them. Tourists watched in awe as the 2 cheetahs remained close, one recovering, the other guarding, but the story wasn't over yet.